Recording. Hi guys, happy Tuesday, happy team call. I'm really excited to talk about this idea that I had. It's something that I'm going to do and I would love for you guys to do it with me. Hey Charlotte. But obviously if it doesn't align with your goals or it doesn't feel like something you want to do, you certainly don't have to. But we'll get into that in a minute. First thing, there will not be a call next week. I will be on the cruise next Tuesday for the Success Club trip. What I would really, really love for you guys to do is kind of refer back to that call we had about being resourceful and the resources and plug in, like block out the time that you would use for a team call and watch a new training. Listen to something if you've been struggling with inviting or creating content or confidence or rank advancing or volume, or if there's something that you have questions on that you don't understand, find a tool to help answer that question and listen to that next Tuesday rather than what we would be doing on our team call. Then what would be really cool is that if you find something that's great, that hits you, that you have an aha moment with, share that resource in the team page. So that's for next week. I don't think there's anything else really going on. I have been like honestly geeking out over the Ultimate Portion Fix certification and the program as a whole. I would have sworn up and down that I knew everything about those containers, and I am learning so much. Really, really cool. So, that's the other thing. So that coach-only team challenge group that I opened for Ultimate Portion Fix, any coach email in the downline that shows up in my back office, which is only 2 levels down, all those coaches got the email inviting them to that challenge group. But if it's like your coach's coach or your coach's coach's coach, Beachbody does not give me their email. So if you have downline coaches in your organization that weren't invited to the Ultimate Portion Fix group that I'm running, it's not because they're not invited, it's because I have no way of contacting them. So reach out to your team, invite them. It's been really great to kind of have a group of us working through a program together and building our education on that together. I'm using the challenge group guide from the back office. And for the coaches that are working through it and decided to go for it to join the group, it's a nice volume boost really for the entire team. So this program is going to come into play kind of with everything moving forward with Beachbody. We all know that they use the containers to create meal plans. So if you're able to get the program, whether it's with, timing for the challenge group I'm running or not, I recommend getting it because having the in-depth knowledge and the workbook to work through that is going to be really helpful in helping your challengers. So, okay. My idea for this call came from the National Wake Up Call yesterday, talking about Shakeology and just the quality that goes behind it and the integrity behind the product, which is something that I think we really need to talk about. It's really unique and it's really special. I don't know if you guys caught it when they were talking about it, but the ingredients actually change quite frequently because if the ingredient isn't in its best peak season, they don't use it for the product. So that's why the formula changes every 6 months or every year or so. It's because the integrity of the ingredient has to match a certain level. And if it doesn't, or if it's unavailable, or, the weather was crazy and it didn't crop properly, they're not going to use it. And that's something that's really special and really comes into play when we talk about the price of Shakeology, which I know comes up all the time. Mostly it's when people have either A, never had it, or B, they don't really understand what they're getting. They think that they're getting a protein shake, which of course that's an expensive protein shake. But when you look at everything that's actually in it, it has less protein than a protein shake. And that's because it's not meant to be a protein shake. A lot of feedback that I have gotten from past challengers or even past coaches or coaches on our team is that they stopped drinking Shakeology because they had to take time off working out. And I'm like, wait, no, you should be drinking Shakeology more regularly if you can't work out. Like, this is giving you fuel and nutrition for your day. It's not Recover, which is meant for your workout only. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I had this idea after listening and just having my mind blown once again by the integrity of this product that we sell and that we offer to run a Shakeology only challenge group using the My Challenge Tracker app as a team. So I kind of want to really play on this 30-day money-back guarantee that we offer to people, which is, again, something really special, and run a group that just shares resources on the ingredients in Shakeology, how it's created, how it's formulated, what makes it different, price comparisons, sharing personal stories on what we tweaked in our life to include Shakeology in our budget rather than have it be kind of an added expense. Share your personal experience with Shakeology, how it makes you feel, why you love it, stuff like that. But most of the group will be straight up information and resources. My plan is to pull content that's been created already by Beachbody. So there's a happy birthday, because it's 10 years old, Shakeology blog post on the Beachbody blog. That's really amazing, that I'll share in that group. There's a whole Shakeology channel on Beachbody On Demand. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, you should. It's got 25 videos right now, and I know they add to it regularly. 15 of those videos are recipes, and 10 of those right now are information about the product. So it's like ingredient highlights or talking about where the whole foods are sourced from, and kind of just getting into the details of what Shakeology is. Beachbody is launching beachbodyscience.com, which will go into, again, the breakdown of all the supplements that we offer, why they're different, why they're rated so highly. And then there's other resources as well, overviews of the product from the Shakeology website, talking about specific ingredients, again, the benefits that those ingredients offer to your body. Shakeology.com, we all have, as coaches, a Shakeology website. Your Shakeology website is shakeology.com/ either your coach ID, depending on when you signed up, or your coach username. If you signed up, I don't know, within 2 years ago or so, you created like a screen name as a coach. So you can put that screen name, or if it was more recent, you just put your coach ID, and that brings your customers to your Shakeology website. There's tons of information from doctors on there, testimonials, just kind of general information. And then we'll use the challenge group guide that is in the back office, because they actually have a guide for a Shakeology challenge group. The reason I really want to do this, one, is to help people understand what it is that they're drinking, why it's worth the investment, but also to up the retention of Shakeology. So I don't know about you guys, I have tons of challengers who sign up with the challenge pack. They're super pumped about the discount. They're really excited about the bundled deal. And then their reminder comes for Shakeology the next month, and they cancel it because they don't have that challenge pack discount anymore. So I think if people really understood more what the product is, they'd be more likely to want to continue to drink it. And then in which case, towards the end of that, you can offer them the coach discount, the customer loyalty discount, stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of the general. I have a few other things that I brainstormed in terms of this group, but I wanted to open it up to all of you guys and see if this is something that you'd want to do together.
Yeah, do you imagine that you would still sell challenge packs versus just Shakeology?
So yeah, so I have it written down, and when it comes time to invite, because obviously I want to give us time to do this as well, and with the 21-day fix relaunch and all this stuff going on, I don't want this to be okay, everybody hustle and do this now. So the group will run starting April 29th, so that if you haven't hit Success Club early in April, you have something at the end of April to invite to that can help you with your Success Club points. And it'll run for 30 days through May 26th. When you're inviting, and this is obviously personal preference, what I will likely do is offer different options. So a while back, I did a call on how I invite, and it's basically send the initial invite if someone wants to learn information. If they say yes, a small blurb about what the challenge is. And if that sounds good to them, I ask for an email, and then I send an email with all of the options that they can choose from. Once I get to that email option, it will have, Shakeology standalone, the standard Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology challenge pack. And then since this is going to be very nutrition focused, I'll offer the To Be Mindset challenge pack and the Ultimate Portion Fix challenge pack. But when you do that, I recommend picking between 3 and 4 options to give, so that people can kind of see what they're comfortable with, see what, price ranges look like. And then obviously, as you're having conversations with people, if you think of something that would be a better fit, anything that includes Shakeology would allow them access into this Shakeology group. But obviously, Shakeology is a requirement to join the challenge group. And then what I want to do is, I would say probably about 2 weeks in, start making sure that everyone is talking to your challengers in there about how they're liking the shake. How are they making it? Do they enjoy it? Because their renewal email will be coming that 3rd week. It really depends on when they order. But I really want to keep the integrity of the group alive, so that if somebody isn't enjoying it, that we get them their refund before that 30-day period is over. Because if they order before the start date, they're not actually going to be able to wait until the end of the group to decide if they want a refund. So that's going to be very much on the individual coach. But I really want to make sure that we're on top of it, so that we give people the opportunity to really decide for themselves, rather than feel like they got tricked into something or anything like that. Let's see, what else do I have?
Do you think that, because I can't drink Shakeology because of the oats, but Graham drinks it all the time and loves it. Do you think sharing that kind of stuff would still work for inviting people to it, or kind of just stick to the marketing plan I already had?
I think it would be a little bit hard to, unless like Graham was in your stories talking about it, I think it might be a little bit hard.
Graham's chance to start coaching.
Yeah, Graham can do it. If it's not, if you can't drink it, I don't want you to feel like you have to be participating in this group for something that you're not using. Obviously, I know that you're able to sell Shakeology, and that's amazing. But if you have a marketing plan that you're excited about, don't add something, extra to your plate. And that's the other thing. I don't want any of you guys to feel like every time I present this idea or something that you guys have to do it. I just really like giving you some options of things to invite to. This is something that I will pre-schedule all of the posts out for. So as a participating coach, your responsibilities will be to share your own personal stories and engage within the group. But I will have everything kind of mapped out and scheduled ahead of time. Any thoughts?
I think it's a great idea. I mean, I feel like Shakeology is one of the hardest parts for me to get people behind, especially because I feel like so many of the people I talk to are teachers. Like, it seems like I don't know, there's not enough money going around for it. So I feel like really emphasizing like the ingredients and like talking that up would be helpful.
I think a lot of it too is that people just don't understand why it's different.
Right.
And then today, actually, another thing that led into this was I was doing the Ultimate Portion Fix certification, and she started talking about the price difference in when you send your kids to school with lunch money versus when you make lunch for them at home, and how much money you save when you can make food. It's kind of like if you eat out every day, you spend a lot more money than if you cook at home. And then all of a sudden, if you're kind of getting your family on board, you're saving money because you're cooking them healthy lunches, and then all of a sudden it's not an additional expense. It's added into the budget that and that's, I mean, obviously not just because you're a teacher doesn't mean you have kids, but I'm saying like in terms of the content that will be shared, it's going to be how I used to spend $6 at Starbucks 5 days a week on my way to work, and then sometimes also get like a banana or a sandwich, none of which, I mean, the banana was good for me, but nothing else I was getting was offering any nutritional benefit. And then as soon as I started making my own coffee at home, all of a sudden there was no extra spend. So I was getting Shakeology, still having coffee every day, losing weight because I wasn't buying Starbucks breakfast sandwiches and lattes, and there was no kind of stressor added. But a lot of people don't think about those things, or when they go to the vending machine a couple times a day at work and get chips or whatever it is. So just being able to have one specific space where we're talking about just that. And then fitness is optional because it'll be in the Challenge Tracker app so they can track a workout. But I like the idea of being able to log your Shakeology specifically, which will make it a lot easier for us as coaches to really check in one-on-one with the people that are participating, to see, like, are you drinking it at least 5 days a week, or are you drinking it once a week? Because if you work out once a week, you're probably not going to get results. If you drink Shakeology once a week, you're not going to notice the benefits that it offers. So kind of really honing in on that side of things.
Yeah, I like it. I like the idea of it because I think it is a hard sell because you're just trying to compete with everything that's out there. And a lot of the times people just don't understand. And as soon as I say the challenge pack comes with a shake, they're just like, oh, a shake. So I think, definitely, I think I already know, I think of a few ways to try to like promote it. And also the fact that we're going to be, talking more about just the 30-day opportunity of getting their money back if need be. But it's just really getting them a lot of the information just from listening to the morning wake up call from yesterday. And then also on the champions page, they did a call with her. I can't think of her name now, but I didn't even know that they were married. I thought that was pretty cute too. It's like a family business. It kind of has more to the story. And after hearing the story, it made me appreciate it more and just realize, like, I think that they said something about if you're not really in tune with like your body, then you just won't notice what it's doing. But if you really do focus on it and just like pay attention to what your body is doing, you do see the benefits. Because when I first started years ago, I was not a believer in Shakeology. I was like, it's all right. And then I actually, ended up not ordering it again. And like, I was in that mindset too. But then this time around, when I started drinking it again, I mean, I haven't stopped. I've been ordering it and I do see the difference. So
And I actually loved the story too, because she said no. He asked her to create a shake and she said no at first, which again speaks to the integrity of the company, because she had created products for other companies in the past, and then they really only cared about their profit margins. And as quality of ingredients went down, they still continued to use it and their profit went up. And the reason that the price is so steadfast is because the quality is steadfast, which I really love.
Yeah, I did hear in that first video that she did in the champions page that it was GMO free, but I don't see it on the package. So I kind of always wondered that.
So a lot of the times they don't actually get the certifications because of the environment that it's made in. So like, it's made in an environment that isn't technically gluten-free or GMO-free, but the product itself is gluten-free and GMO-free, but you can't get those.
There's really strict rules in order to get that stamped on the bag.
So like, they are, but not officially because of other products that are made in the same environment.
Right.
I know it's something that they've looked at, but I think that for the time being is something that would have to increase the price, and they're definitely not going to do that. But that's why with Daily Sunshine, it was the reason Daily Sunshine is up there in price as well, and they did decrease it, but it is still quite an investment for a smoothie. But it's because that one is certified gluten-free, certified vegan, certified GMO-free, all that stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they mentioned about the FDA, like all the other companies that are like, oh, it's FDA approved, but apparently it's not very difficult to really get FDA approved. So if we really went in depth on that too.
Yeah, and FDA is food and drug. Shakeology is a supplement. So it really doesn't fit into that anyway. And the standards are very low as well for FDA approval.
For all the other products, right? Yeah, I'm into it. I'm glad it's a little bit pushed out because I feel a little overwhelmed right now with everything going on. But
I feel like I have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. And I did want to give us some time and try to strategically plan it in terms of like hitting your Success Club numbers towards the end of the month, you know, and then having something to invite to once your groups, whatever you're running, are already launched and kind of going. You know, and this is also a great time to be able to offer the coach discount to people as we work through that group, or even as they sign up for it. But yeah, I think it'll be something that's going to be pretty simple to run. The Challenge Tracker app, we can have the daily kind of check-ins, be like, log your Shakeology along with like how you made it. And then once a week kind of have a check-in that asks if you've noticed any improvements or anything like that. But I think sharing our own personal stories, and like Vanessa even saying, you know, you didn't notice anything at first, you weren't a believer. Because I was the same way. I told Chelsea absolutely not in terms of getting Shakeology in the beginning, because I was buying protein powder from the grocery store for $12. So I was like, yeah, you're crazy. I am not spending this money. And then she had a requirement for her 21-day fix challenge group that you had to get a challenge pack. And so I got it, and it changed from there. But like I have to make sure, I always want to put this disclaimer out when I share this. I never recommend people change anything with like any medications that they're on without talking to their doctor. But I stupidly took it upon myself because I wanted to come off my migraine and anxiety medication. And between working out, eating better, and Shakeology, I did successfully come off all of my medications. I was taking 3 pills a day. And nutrition is almost all of that. And Shakeology really helps with that as well. But obviously when I share the story, I will let people know to talk to their doctor before they wean themselves off a prescribed medication. But those things are really impactful.
Now, do you think it would be okay to invite people that are already, what am I trying to say? So I recently signed up a few challengers last month that aren't loving it. One girl, she already sent it back, so it wouldn't work. But this other couple, they're just like, oh, it's okay. But like to get them in the group so they can see it and hear it, not necessarily to get their money back because the time would be up, but more to just kind of give them the info. Because I want to send them to the champions page, or to like, I want them to see that video just because I think they would probably appreciate it. But, you know, if they were in this group, or I don't know, do you think?
Yeah, I don't see why not. They have it, Shakeology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's perfect for customers that aren't drinking it right now but do workouts, like the Beachbody workouts. Like I feel like this group is almost the best for them, to try to encourage some of those people that maybe like have never tried it because of the price or something like that, or haven't tried it in a long time.
I would say that's because we do have to have some stipulations as to how to join the group. If they are an existing customer of yours and they don't have Shakeology and they're unwilling to get Shakeology for the group, it's up to you guys if you want to add them. If they are already
I mean like it'll be good to get them to try it. Like
yeah. But what I was going to say is, if like, so Vanessa, you have these customers already have it, but maybe by the time this group starts, they'll be done with it and they won't have reordered.
True.
If your existing customers aren't willing to get it for the first time or reorder it for the group, and you're still willing to, because it's going to be on you, of course, to check in with your own challengers and stuff like that, that's totally fine. But new customers who want to join cannot join it for free. They would have to join with Shakeology, because what's going to kind of be counterproductive is having people posting in this group saying, well, I don't have Shakeology, or I'm not drinking it right now, when we're telling new people that they have to have it to join the group.
Yeah.
So do it kind of based on your, you know, at your own discretion. But if they're new customers, Shakeology is required. If they're existing and they've worked with Shakeology before and you kind of want them to have the educational aspect, I don't care. Whoever you guys want to add is 100% fine with me. Yeah. So, Leah, you're muted. Oh, no, you're not.
Sorry. I was just going to say, have you asked them how they're making the shakes?
Yeah.
Oh, and
yeah, we've been doing a lot of, they're like, oh yeah, that recipe sounds good, but I don't know if they're like doing it or not. They love the Energize, but yeah.
The Energize is my jam. Cool.
Do you miss that, by the way? Because you
So
can't
much.
have it, right?
Yeah, so much.
Oh,
Just on the reset, I can't have caffeine.
but when you do have it, you're gonna be like, woo!
Yeah, I'm gonna bring so much on the cruise. I'm so excited. Can't wait. Cool. So that's the plan. I will put a post in the team page about this when I get back and just kind of get a list of who wants in, and then I'll create the group. Any one of you guys that want to participate, I will make you an admin so you can invite people to the app. If you've never used my challenge tracker app before, look in, I mean, it's probably posted somewhere in our team page, but you could also just Google Beachbody My Challenge Tracker app, and there will be a tutorial on how it works. Because I know that I run pretty much all my groups on Facebook now, but I think that this will be a good one for the app specifically.
Have they updated the app I haven't used it in so long. I know there's certain things that you have to do on the computer versus on your phone.
So you have to set up the group on a computer, or at least from a browser.
Yeah.
But pretty much everything else you can do from there.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question. Cool. Well, is there anything else? Kimberly, we didn't even get to say hello officially. It's very nice to meet you and have you here.
Hi. Hi everyone. I'm Kim.
Hi.
Hello.
Kind of just listening and taking notes. But
Yeah.
I think this is a great opportunity for me because I have the Shakeology. I just got it today. And I've never had it before. So from now until this starts, I will have my experience, especially my first kind of day experience to reflect on if I do this challenge.
Yeah.
The 21-day fix. So
love it. That's a perfect way to start. I started with 21-day fix as well. It's a good one.
Yeah. Thanks.
Cool. Well, yeah, everyone take, a week, well, almost 2. On the next team call, we will have this. The date is solidified, but, take the next couple weeks, think about it, decide what you want to do. Does anyone have anything else kind of that they wanted to go over before we wrap up? Cool. I think that was it for me. Just checking. Yeah. That's all I got. Cool. Is everyone as tired as I am? I'm ready to pass out.
Yeah, I got some work to do though.
All right, we'll go get after it. I will talk to you guys soon.
All right, bye.
Bye.